Welcome back, and I hope you got some amazing insight from your survey. And now we're going to talk about the results that you will have seen at the end of your survey and distinguish a little bit about them so you further understand them. The world we live in is heavily inundated with toxic elements. Every single day, we have to contend with pollution in the air, pollution in the water systems, and in the food that we eat. Our bodies are tasked with filtering environmental and dietary toxins on a daily basis. And while the human body is resilient and always working through a cleansing process to release these toxins, a buildup can easily occur, and that can alter our internal environment, which will impact our health. Systems that can be impacted by toxicity and their association symptoms include the metabolic system, fatigue as a result of toxicity of the metabolic system, neurological system, cognitive dysfunction, and brain fog as a result, the endocrine system, thyroid, adrenal, sex hormones, and more as a result of toxicity of that system. The immune system, viral, fungal, bacterial infections as a result of toxicity of that system. The digestive system, dysbiosis, leaky gut, malabsorption, and food intolerance as a result of toxicity in that system. Symptoms of toxicity. There is a wide range of symptoms in the body, and these are just some of the common ways toxic overload can present in your body. Fatigue, sleep issues, eczema, depression, brain fog, migraines, memory impairment, allergies, arthritis, sinus issues, digestive disorders, hormonal imbalance, constipation, bloating and gas, frequent illness or infections. And it can be super difficult to diagnose toxic overload, as these symptoms are often attributed to other illnesses. However, as you move through the detox process, you'll likely notice significant changes to your overall health. The body's systems are interconnected, and a disease or disruption in one area can easily affect another. When one system becomes overwhelmed by toxicity, it interrupts healthy communication patterns with your other systems. This process, when left unaddressed, can create a domino effect of dis-ease in the body. So let's now talk about your score results. If you scored from 0 to 75 on your survey, we call that minimal levels of toxicity. Your overall health and wellness is good. We are all exposed to toxins daily, and being aware of how they impact the body and its functions is very important. Limit your inflammatory foods such as dairy, gluten, and refined sugar. Keep caffeinated beverages, black coffee, tea, and alcohol to a minimum, and maintain a good level of fitness. Ensure you are well supplemented with the required daily vitamins and minerals, and that your protein intake is also high. High quality protein powder and health supplements are a must. Not all supplements are made equal, and we will discuss this in a lot more detail in future lessons. Okay, if you range from 76 to 125, we would call that somewhat toxic, and your overall health and wellness is okay, but could be examined a little deeper. We are all exposed to daily toxins, and being aware of how they impact the body and how it functions is very important. Consider looking at a detox program that will support a higher quality of day-to-day living. Again, pay close attention to the inflammatory foods you're consuming, such as dairy, gluten, and refined sugar, and remove them all for a minimum of 10 days. We'll talk more about this as well. Ensure you are well supplemented, as we've already said, and make sure that you're taking high quality supplements. Not all supplements are created equally. And again, we will discuss this in future lessons. So for those of you with survey results between 76 and 125, we would consider you somewhat toxic. Your overall health and wellness is okay, but could be examined a little deeper. We are all exposed to toxins daily, and being aware of how they impact your body and its functions is very important. We would ask you to consider looking into a detox program that will support a higher quality of day-to-day living, and start to pay attention to those inflammatory foods that you are consuming, such as dairy, gluten, and refined sugar. We're going to recommend you take a look at removing all of these food groups for a minimum of 10 days. If you scored 126 to 150 on the survey, we would call that toxic. Your overall health and wellness needs to be examined. We are all exposed to toxins daily, and being aware of how they impact the body and its functions is very important. Consider looking into a detox program that will support a higher quality of day-to-day living. Pay close attention to those really inflammatory food groups that you're consuming, such as dairy, gluten, and refined sugar. And our recommendation, if you score in this category, is to remove those inflammatory food groups for a minimum of 14 days. For those of you who've scored between 151 and 250 on the toxicity survey, we would call that severely toxic. Your overall health and wellness is compromised, and it needs to be of high priority. We are all exposed to toxins daily, and it's really important for us to consider how they're impacting you. We're going to want you to really consider looking into a detox program, again, paying very, very close attention to those inflammatory food groups, and remove all of them for a 30-day period of time. So now, after completing the survey and understanding where you have scored on that survey, you have a really good idea as to where you want to go next. And a detox is probably a good next step for a lot of you. I will be recommending detox protocols later on throughout the journey. But for now, I want you to take the next step into the next level of content, which is all about gut health. You are going to learn all about your gut health, some of the symptoms you may be having as a result of your gut health, what to do about them, and more. So thanks for completing this level, and I look forward to joining you in the next one.